What up? What up? What up? It's your boy JB coming at you live and direct, man. And y'all know what it is. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast, man. I'm the Real Cigar Jeff, man. Y'all can find all my stuff down in the description, all my contact information, all my socials. Man, I had to jump on here real fast before I get ready to record another long form podcast. And the topic today is, man, it is not Jerry's fault. It is not Jerry's fault. Man, I heard RG3's take. I heard Ochocinco's take. And one of the things, guys, that I will tell you is, how are we going to blame the guy who has the best setup in the NFL? How are we going to blame the guy that has the most valuable team in the NFL? It's not Jerry's fault, right? I've been an employee and I've been an entrepreneur. And one of the things as an employee is you always dreamed of working for the best company. So now we're going to blame the guy who puts the best organization on the field from a marketing and business standpoint because he wants to be the GM and the owner. He wants to be a hands-on owner. And guys, he's given people big contracts. He's done both. He's been cheap with people. He's been generous with people. At some point, when are we going to blame the players? I can't blame Jerry. Full disclosure, guys, I'm a Cowboys fan. I ain't been a Cowboys fan my whole life. But after going out to Jerry's world a couple times and after shaking his hand and meeting him in person, he changed me. But I can also see, as a player, when you get that kind of treatment, if you guys have never been to Dallas and you've never seen how everything is done bigger in Dallas, better in Dallas, you'll understand why these guys just can't live up to the expectation. You're getting treated like this and you hadn't won anything. So Jerry is supposed to start treating them like crap because they're not winning? No, he has all the cachet in the NFL. He is the one that everybody's searching to be like. He has the best stadium, the best brand, is on TV every Thanksgiving. Every time he talks, people listen. If you're a player in that city, just go to Nick and Sam's Steakhouse and see what happens. Go to any place in Dallas and see what happens. How are we blaming Jerry for creating this atmosphere, but the players are not executing it on the field when it matters? He can't go out there and play. All he can do is pay these guys to go out there and perform. So how is it Jerry's fault? And again, guys, when you're the owner, I get it. Everything stops with you. When you're the general manager, I get it. Everything stops with you. But guys, he's putting you in a position. He's putting these players in a position to where they have it all. When guys leave Dallas, you don't hear about them anymore. Look at what happened to Ezekiel Elliott. You don't hear about him anymore. Look at what happened to Amari Cooper. You don't hear about him anymore. Now, granted, we're not doing anything in free agency because of this situation with Dak. I get it. Dak's going to have to restructure just like Mahomes had to do and all of that. Dak got to decide whether he wants to be a franchise quarterback or if he wants to be a guy who is mad about being franchise tagged 2 years in a row. We get that the NFL is a business. But guys, it ain't Jerry's fault. Man, we need to get off of that. And I know it's good for clicks and that kind of thing. And people want to blame the guy at the top. But the employee has a responsibility as well. I get that Jerry may not do everything right, but as a fan, you can't ask for a better owner. Creates an environment that people want to come to whether you're winning or losing. You wear that star anywhere in the world and everybody recognizes it. You go out there to that city and that city is defined by the Dallas Cowboys. Come on, guys. How are we blaming Jerry? I don't think he's doing anything wrong. He's built a fan experience that has a certain expectation that the players are not living up to. Name me one person who's left Dallas and achieved what they achieved at Dallas. Now, you might be in a position where you can name me one or two. But Jerry is doing what Jerry's supposed to do. Guys, look, there's a reason why Michael Irvin loves that man. There's a reason why those guys love. There's a reason why these guys who used to play in the 90s love this man. And now Jimmy Jones is in the Ring of Honor and all that kind of stuff. Now, granted, he made a mistake with that. But for the most part, this guy hadn't had too many misses. He hadn't had too many misses. The problem is you got coddled players who can't perform in the big moments. That's not the general manager's fault that he paid them and he gives them a work environment where they treat it like kings. As an employee, that's what you want. So how is it that I'm in fault because I'm an owner that treats the employees too well, that the city loves you and treats you like royalty, that you can go anywhere in that city, right? I'm down here in Tampa. The Bucks don't get treated like that. And the Cowboys getting treated like that, win or lose. The Cowboys are an experience. And the employees, the team, the players have a responsibility to live up to what the owner has put in place. And for everybody who thinks it's Jerry Jones's fault, you've never been in a position of ownership. You have the best stadium in the country. You have the best fans in the country that believe you're gonna win a Super Bowl every year. And instead of blaming the players, I get it, you gotta blame the owner, but y'all know deep down, this ain't an owner thing. Because the owner doesn't play. All the owner can do is put everybody on the field. And that man maxed out everybody the last 2 years, and what did he get? 0. So you can't blame him if he's writing the checks, put the checkbook open to give people what they wanted, to give them an environment that everybody knows who they are. They're America's team. They're the celebrities of the NFL. And you're going to blame Jerry for creating an employee atmosphere where they're celebrities, they're kings? Go out to Dallas right now and see what happens. We can't blame Jerry for that, man. We got to start thanking Jerry, man. This guy don't have much longer anyway. We got to start thanking Jerry, and that's why I got on this podcast, man. It ain't Jerry's fault that they losing. It's Jerry's fault that they're relevant. Because without Jerry, what would the Cowboys be? My fear is that when Jerry checks out of here for good, what's going to happen to the Cowboys? Because this man took a bankrupt team and made them into the most valuable team. We got to give that man his flowers. Stop blaming the owner, man. Stop blaming him as the GM. Start putting the blame where it is. These players got to step up because the entitlement they have out in Dallas is the reason why they can't win. They're getting celebrated whether they win or whether they lose. So what's the incentive to win? Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think, man. I'm the Real Cigar Jeff. All my information is below. If you haven't already, man, smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell for notifications. RG3, ochocinco, man. I appreciate your take. Just disagree with you, man. And until next time, we gonna holler.